He's going to be really missed on our board because he is so interactive. He's somebody that's really engaging, but he's also somebody who's a genuine human being, who's kind to other people. And I think he's really in it for the right reasons and has been his entire career.
So I wish him all the best in his retirement, and it'll be sad to see him go, but at the same time, wish him all the best during his retirement. And
Darrell believes in the scoreboard. He's an old athlete. He understands that the effort you put in is where it pays off on the ice or on the court or on the field of play or in the marketplace. Many coaches have taught me, and I know they've taught Darrell, you win the game. You don't win the game when the whistle's blown to start the game. You win the game in practice, putting in the hard work every day. And Darrell and I have had many conversations where we've talked about, we love the guys. They're our friends, be it contractor, iron worker, but at the end of the day, you must produce results. It's just the way the game is played. And if you don't produce, we'll still be friends, but we have to go in a different direction. I have always admired that very much about Darrell.
I've always found Darrell to be a wonderfully pragmatic man and very good, level-headed leader. I don't think I've ever seen him raise his voice, in anger or anything like that. I can't say enough good things about him, and as I said, he's going to have a well-deserved retirement, but I'm going to miss him.
Darrell's just been great to work with. Within the industry, there's been some tough decisions that he's had to make over the last his tenure with the ironworkers, and he's made the right decisions on them. And because of those decisions, they've been able to maintain a greater market share, and it's that progressive thinking, and he's just, like I say, he's just been great to work with. Yeah. And I wish him all the best in his retirement as well.
He's so on board with diversity and fairness, not just to the men, but the women, the indigenous, just anybody. He's got a heart of gold, right? So I think that for me, just knowing that I could pick up the phone and just call and say, hey, I have this issue, and him stopping whatever he is doing and just listening and giving me advice and helping me out. So yeah, he's going to be greatly missed.
Darrell's been a mentor to me. He took me in under his wing when I was a young business agent, brand new delegate to the council, and he's the reason why I'm where I'm in today, because of his faith in me, and he saw something in me, and he inspired me to be the leader that he is and take his shoes. They're big ones to fill, but I owe him a lot, so I just appreciate his friendship first and foremost, but I really look up to him as a leader, and I hope I can do the job he's done and carry on with it and continue to make this the best organization to belong to in North America.
I've known Darrell for about 10, 12 years. I've always been impressed with his leadership and his intelligence. Western Canada, as well as all of Canada, is a better place with him at the helm, and I wish him and his family the best in his retirement.
I met Darrell about, I'm going to say 11 or 12 years ago in Las Vegas, and I was introduced through a mutual friend, Jack Mesley. And I just hit it off with him. He's just such a genuine guy, and he wears his thoughts on his sleeve, and if you needed help, he was only a phone call away. I got to know him a little bit more personal away from work. We played some golf together. He's traveled down to my part of the world, and matter of fact, he was down there a week ago, and we have a new golf course, and he came down to play, and it's great to see that he's able to relax a little bit. A true gentleman and 150% professional. Just a good guy to know. The International is going to be different without him, but he'll enjoy his time with his family, I'm sure.
I've known Darrell for 25 plus years. We were business managers together. So we both left that and went to different positions, but we have over the years done a lot of work together, and I gotta tell you, he's one of the most dedicated people I've ever met in my life. And he's everything he does is precise. There's no messing around. It's not half done. When he gives a job away or he does a project or a plan, it is absolutely well done. No bugs.
Well, I'd like to thank Darrell LaBoucan. He's been a great friend. A lot of times he spends on the road. He's certainly probably got the most air miles of anybody I know. But recently we'd have him when he'd come out to Vancouver. Instead of staying in a hotel, I'd bring him out to my place where I have a man's lounge. It's like a 50s diner with a pinball machine, and I beat the hell out of him every time. He plays like a girl. However, I did sell him a pinball machine, and I hope he gets better in his retirement.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Don't break a hip, Darrell.
I tell you, he's a great leader. Darrell is a great leader. I would follow him into any battle. I trust his discretion. I trust his judgment. And it's really been an honor working with you, Darrell. And I hope this is one of the clips that makes it to the final cut, because I have to say, in honor of you this week, I have not had one drink all week because I'm saving it for Thursday night. So I haven't had a beer, haven't had a cocktail, haven't had anything to drink, so I'm saving it for you, my friend, because Thursday night is your night, and I'm honored to be there to be part of it. So salute to you, Darrell. I'm gonna miss you, man.
Well, Darrell, I'd like to say to you personally that I've enjoyed the time that we've had to work together. You know, you've been a friend, but just as importantly, you've pushed me in my professional career to do stuff that maybe I wouldn't have, and got me outside of my comfort zone a couple of times, and those are growth opportunities. And I really appreciate it, and I think of the many, many people, hundreds and hundreds of people that I've worked with in this industry through my career. You deserve to kick back and enjoy the fruits of your hard labor and be extremely proud of where you left the ironworkers in Canada. I wish you well, my friend.
He's an exceptional athlete. I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves, but pretty good at playing hockey still, and then golfing. You know, he's of all the ironworkers I've seen, I think you'd have to say Darrell's one of the best ones I've seen in those areas, and just a general good person, and what I would say, you know, identifies what when we say brother, I would say Darrell to me is my brother, my friend, and somebody that I'll cherish our relationship forever.
Well, Darrell is going to be known for someone who was fair, consistent, level-headed, and fearless. You know, he taught me a lot about working with employers while, you know, representing the members, and always with one mission and goal, is to put ironworkers to work. And he'll always be remembered as a guy who made sure he was concerned about the ironworkers going to work and having employment opportunities, and trying to be innovative in his thought process. And there's a lot of people that are similar, but very few that are exactly like Darrell LaBoucan. He's a really good man. And I'm going to miss Darrell. He's a good friend. He's a good family man. He's a great ironworker.